There's not many folks in the Shantalla area for that. I've seen down through the years when mayors, and I'm not trying about anybody here, when anything was going on in the rural area, they were there for the photograph. It might be only at the opening of a bag of potatoes, but they were still there. So now, I'll ask Terry to say a few words.
Chairman John Anthony McDonough, PRO Tom Lally, the wonderful, excellent Festival Committee, Councillor Paula Keneally, Councillor Billy Cameron, Father Joe Delaney, volunteers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a cordial G of Galair. I am very honoured to be here this evening with you all, and I would like to thank John Anthony McDonough, Chair of the Shantalla Residents Association, your excellent PRO, Tom Lally of the Festival Committee, for inviting me to the special occasion tonight to celebrate the closing of Shopton and Shantalla. I want especially to praise all of you who organised this 9-day festival, which has been a huge success. And it's a great achievement for Shantalla to be able to celebrate 70 years as a community. I can just say, this last Sunday what I saw was a real gathering, and I was at another real gathering today in Castlegar. They are what I call real gatherings. There was effort, a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot put into it. And I must say I was very, very impressed at the sliding up this Sunday. The organisation that went into it, it was just incredible. And I felt very proud to be there as Mayor, I can tell you. It's the biggest crowd I have seen at a gathering, and today was a huge crowded gathering. We hear of gatherings, but they were really and truly gatherings, and I think each and every one of you that had anything to do with it deserve a big bowl of us. You mentioned about Father Delaney earlier on, what his happiest time has been here in this community. Well, he didn't do too bad now when he's a Merview. He's not cleaning our house or along the Bunbury Road after having a fine breakfast. He's not like Father Joe. So we looked after him there too as well. So it's great that you're here this evening, and I know he's had suffered a bit of bad health for a while, and it's great to see that you're in such good health this evening. Well done to you. I'd like to speak about the community. The community here set up home in difficult times. It was during the war years, when ration was the order of the day, and there was little or no work. In my opinion, there were wonderful people. Some came in here from Connemara and from the county of Galway and other parts of the city also. But in a very short time, the community began to establish itself. Some of the finest people of Galway were born and grew up here and have made great contribution to life in Galway and beyond. I was particularly heartened to see the great celebrations of the residents of Shantalla put on for the gathering, in particular last Sunday, and particularly the oration, and I have to give huge praise to Seamus Hughes. He gave such a and you know what I loved about it? At the very end of it, when he was finished his wonderful speech, he was just so fantastic, and actually note in front of him, when he walked over and he said into the microphone, "Up Shantalla." I think say, during my year as Mayor, I was privileged to launch the publication of Tony Flannery's book, documenting the names of all the residents in the 380 houses over the past 70 years. The book launched by Micheál O'Higgins, a residential history from 1900 to 2013 on Shantalla Road and Shantalla Place. Not forgetting the wonderful book, Ash Road Memories, that was launched on the 60th anniversary 10 years ago. It was launched by Val Manley at the time. And I can say, after last Sunday, the gathering at the Sliding Rock, and with the visit of Michael D, I think there's another book in the making. There's somebody around here definitely going to do a book. Last Sunday, Mrs. Stanton's son mentioned to me, and their son's here this evening, that his mother was over in the house and that she was 95 years of age, and that Mrs. Hines was there also. A lovely lady I had met some time ago. In fact, I went to school with her daughter. And he said, normally she'd be sitting outside, but she was in the house, and she said that she'd love the president to come over. And I said to his age, I said, I'd love if the president would go over to see Mrs. Hines. And after a while, anyway, sitting beside him, the massive man, I whispered in his ear. I said, you see that green house across the road? I said, and there's bunches there. I said, there's a lovely lady here, Mrs. Stanton, I said, and Mrs. Hines was in her. And I said, they would love you to call over. I'll tell you what, he said. So I go around and said, I intend to meet with people on the place and I'll call over. And he did. And I was absolutely delighted. And I'm sure it was something that they'll be talking about for a long, long time. I'm not going to keep you long because it's your night, and I think that it's a wonderful to be here this evening. I can't help but praise enough John Anthony McDonough and your wonderful Paul, Tom Nelly. And Tom, you came over and looked at me very well this Sunday. And escorted me to the car and everything. You did great. Now, I know you've got two of your two councillors here this evening, and they'll be knocking your doors next year. And if they are, they certainly have worked in the area. They can be proud to knock on the doors. There's huge improvements in the past 20 years all around the west side and the Shantalla area. So well done to my two colleagues here. There are other people I'd like to mention. That's the volunteers. And I think it's very apt, the quote I heard recently about volunteers. I mean, first of all, we would not, could not operate in this city or this country without the volunteers that we have. We have excellent volunteers. There are people working in the background in all parts of the city. Let us be looking after the elderly, let us be looking after the flower beds, let us be looking at what it is. And they're the unsung heroes. And I think this saying I heard recently is apt, that volunteers are not paid. It's not because they're worthless, it's because they're priceless. And I think all the volunteers involved in this. And before I finish, I'd like to mention the Community Employment Scheme. I think they're doing a great job. They really are. They have been making beautiful flower boxes and putting them all around the Shantalla area. I think they made them out of fluorine, am I right? That was left over. And you know, it's wonderful to see, and they take pride in their work. We need more Community Employment Scheme people in this country. And I honestly feel, for the little amount that it costs, we need extra ones with the great work that they do. It takes them out of their home, it gives them it gives them a purpose for getting out of bed in the day and to do some work. And they do a great job and they take pride in their work. So all I can say, if there's anybody here for the Community Employment Scheme here this evening, well done to you, and you deserve to be and all I can say is, you've had a fantastic 9 days. You've had a great committee behind you. They have worked very, very hard all over the 9 days. I know we won't be around for the 1 in 70 years' time. Some of you here in the room will be around. If I am in Zimmer frames or whatever, but we won't. I won't be here for the next 70 years, but there will be people here. And all I can say is, I hope that this is repeated again in 70 years' time. Well done to each and every one of you. You're a credit. You're an absolute credit. Mayor. I'm almost only 3 weeks left as mayor, and I'm looking down at the person that's waiting for the change on her shoulders. I keep it well clean and shiny to upside. So it'll be nice and shiny when I hand it over in 1 to 3 weeks. All I can say is it's great to be here as mayor. I'm delighted, and thank you so much for inviting me. And in fact, I can tell you, I think some of the councillors are afraid I want to move in up here. But anyway, thank you, and enjoy the rest of the evening. It's your evening. Good evening,